Can an attorney commit workers' comp fraud? Yes, they can. And we have a case, Disciplinary Counsel versus Grubb, and Miss Grubb was a workers' comp attorney, and she was representing an individual named Little, and Little was receiving compensation from February 2007 through July of 2007, and it looks like during that period of time that Miss Little was receiving temporary total disability compensation, Miss Grubb perhaps was paying for some kind of work that Miss Little was allegedly doing for Miss Grubb. And as you know, as we always say, if you're getting temporary total disability, what can you not do? You can't work and receive money, and frankly, you can't even volunteer, but you can't work. So if you're temporarily totally disabled and you're receiving TTD comp, you can't be working for anybody, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, anybody. And so because of this, and this Miss Grubb being the workers' comp attorney would know that you're not supposed to pay somebody while they're receiving temporary total disability. The court found that she was violating the rules of professional conduct for doing so. And so they did a whole investigation, and they found what they ended up doing is they were going to give her a 6-month suspension from the practice of law, but they found that because she had no prior disciplinary record, she fully cooperated with the disciplinary process. She paid restitution and the investigative cost of this case, and she had positive character references. They basically stayed that 6-month suspension. So ultimately, because Miss Grubb, she sounds like she was a good attorney, and it looks like this was the only thing that she'd ever done in her career, and it looks like she had been practicing since 1993. But the court said, you know what? Well, assuming you don't do anything else, your suspension stays. So, this looks like the one black spot in Mrs. Grubb's, legal history, and that's good. But the point is, even workers' comp attorneys can get caught up in the workers' comp fraud net. And so bottom line is, what do we do when we're receiving temporary total disability workers, injured workers, is we don't work for anybody, okay? We don't work, we don't work, we don't work. If we're gonna go work, then we don't get temporary total disability compensation. There's other forms of comp that you might be able to get perhaps, but you're not entitled to temporary total disability compensation if you are working for anybody, okay? If you take anything away from my videos, it's this, but bottom line is, don't do it, and if you're an attorney, you obviously don't be paying one of your clients to do work. That's weird. All right, so thank you. Bye.